to Zambia's first and finest visual radio, Sun FM TV. Sun FM.
The Zambia ABSA Marathon is back. Be part of Zambia's biggest and most anticipated marathon. Join us on the 6th of September 2025 for a day of fun, personal milestones, and unforgettable memories. And now with the World Athletics label, you don't want to miss a chance to write your fitness story. Register today at absamarathonzambia.co.za. Get your slot at 600 kwacha or 500 kwacha when you pay using any of your ABSA cards. Your story matters. ABSA.
For in-depth news coverage from across Zambia, local and national news, business, politics, and sports, this is the Sun FM News, brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters.
The news.
Hello with the news. My name is Imelda Chikwati. Vice President Mutalena Lumango has reaffirmed the government's commitment to partnering with royal establishments to foster rural development and enhance moral values among citizens. The Zambia Police Service has announced major developments in the investigation of the aggravated robbery and murder that occurred on July 17, 2025, around 03 hours at Ruby's filling station in Helen County. Renowned climate-smart agriculture expert Dr. Oliver Kandela Bulaya has raised concern over conflicting statements issued by the Food Reserve Agency FRA and the Ministry of Agriculture regarding Zambia's maize export policy. Zambia Under-17 national team captain Jonathan Kalimina has drawn the attention of European scouts at the ongoing Gothia Cup in Gothenburg, Sweden.
The news, 88.5 Sun FM.
Vice President Mutalena Lumango has reaffirmed the government's commitment to partnering with royal establishments to foster rural development and enhance moral values among citizens. Speaking through the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Gifty Sialubalo, during the Ukusefia Pangwena fundraising dinner held in Kitwe, the Vice President noted that support for traditional leadership is not merely symbolic, but a strategic avenue to mobilize capital for sustainable development in Zambia's rural communities. The event highlighted the theme of national unity, with Minister Sialubalo emphasizing President Hakainde Hichilema's continued advocacy for stronger collaboration with traditional leaders, underscoring Zambia's peaceful and cohesive identity. Meanwhile, Copperbelt Minister Elisha Matambo urged citizens to attend the upcoming Ukusefia Pangwena traditional ceremony in large numbers, describing it as a platform to showcase Zambia as a beacon of peace and unity to the world.
Sounds and drums echoed not merely as symbols of joy, but deliberate steps towards the Ukusefia Pangwena traditional ceremony, a special event among the Bemba-speaking people of Mongo District in Northern Province, under the stewardship of His Royal Highness Chief Chitimukulu Kanyantamanga II. The occasion was a fundraising dinner graced by the presence of Her Honor, the Vice President Mutalena Lumango. She was represented by the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Gifty Sialubalo, who emphasized that traditional ceremonies serve as unifying forces. She added that such cultural gatherings compel government to work closely with traditional leaders in driving development.
This heritage is not only important to the Bemba people, but forms part of Zambia's collective history. As government, we continue to press high premium on preserving Zambia's cultural diversity. Our constitution recognizes the role of traditional leaders in governance and in national development. We consider our royal establishment not only as custodian of tradition, but as key partners in rural development, peace building, and community mobilization. This is why we are committed to strengthening our collaboration with traditional leaders across the country.
Copperbelt Minister Elisha Matambo, who hosted the event, shared his sentiments on the cultural value and developmental impact of traditional ceremonies.
I went to another ceremony, I saw there are 40, 60, sometimes even 70, trying to put the country together so that we start pulling in the same direction and to be on the same page so that the One Zambia, One Nation motto can be meaningful again.
Stella Mayuni, the regional coordinator, underscored the enduring significance of Bemba culture. She stated that it is not merely ceremonial, but a living history deeply rooted in the heritage. She expressed hope that tradition continues with the same vitality and pride.
Over the past years, Mineru Bemba has played a noble and unifying role in our country. His embrace of traditional ceremonies beyond the borders of the Bemba Kingdom speaks volumes about the power of culture to bring people together. In him, we see custodian of peace and progress, a royal figure walking hand in hand with government and citizens towards a more united Zambia.
Chief Chitimukulu Kanyantamanga II delivered the royal address, reinforcing the cultural importance and collective responsibility. Citizens have been urged to participate in the historical event to demonstrate unity of purpose. Reporting for Sun FM Radio and TV, I'm Cletus Mutoki in Kitwe.
The Zambia Police Service has announced major developments in the investigation of the aggravated robbery and murder that occurred on July 17, 2025, around 03 hours at Ruby's filling station in Helen Kaunda. The incident involved a violent attack on two fuel attendants, resulting in the death of Sibeso Akalilwa and serious injury to 25-year-old Mapalo Mwelwa. The assailants fled the scene with an undisclosed amount of cash believed to be the dead cells. Following swift investigations led by the anti-robbery squad, 8 suspects have now been apprehended in connection with the crime. Among those arrested are 2 security guards who were scheduled to be on duty that night, but were notably absent after the incident. Police spokesperson Ray Hamonga confirmed that efforts are underway to recover weapons, clothing, and other critical evidence used in the robbery, which are expected to bolster the prosecution process. Mr. Hamonga has since reiterated the Zambia Police Service unwavering commitment to ensuring that all individuals involved in this heinous crime are brought to justice. He also urged the public to continue cooperating with law enforcement by sharing any relevant information that may assist the ongoing investigations. Renowned climate-smart agriculture expert Dr. Oliver Kandela Bulaya has raised concern over conflicting statements issued by the Food Reserve Agency FRA and the Ministry of Agriculture regarding Zambia's maize export policy. Dr. Bulaya warned that Zambia could face serious economic repercussions if caution is not exercised, stressing that decisions of national significance such as maize exports must be rooted in consensus and informed by data-driven assessments. He emphasized that the FRA has yet to meet its procurement targets from local farmers, making any export strategy premature and potentially damaging. He said if caution is not taken and exports proceed without sufficient reserves, Zambia risks being formed into an avoidable cycle of selling early and importing later at higher costs, adding that such a scenario could destabilize the agricultural sector and erode farmer confidence. He further encouraged smallholder farmers to take control of their productivity by adopting irrigation techniques and climate-smart practices to increase resilience against climate change, indicating that diversification of crops and utilization of available water sources is the key to maintaining sustainable income and food security throughout the year.
It's a purchase obligation with local farmers. We must exercise caution to avoid transitioning from a position of potential exportation to one of importation. The economic implications of such a shift could be detrimental and undermining our farmers and the agricultural economy as a whole. To our smallholder farmers, we urge you to embrace irrigation practices rooted in climate-smart agriculture. As you plan for the upcoming marketing season, consider diversifying your crops to ensure the economic viability throughout the year, utilizing the available water sources and effectively enhancing production by contributing to significant food security.
The Zambia Flying Doctor Service, ZFDS, has made remarkable strides in rural healthcare delivery with the transformation of the former Mwatakazembe Hospital into the fully operational Nganga Bilonda Hospital in Mwansabombo district. ZFDS assumed full operational control by October 2024. At the time, only 4 departments, maternity, laboratory, theatre and neonatal, were functional. Today, the 80-bed facility is equipped with modern medical infrastructure and awaits official commissioning by the Republican president. Renamed in honor of the first Mwatakazembe following consultations with the traditional leaders and the Ministry of Health, Nganga Bilonda Hospital now offers standardized services aligned with ZFDS centers in Ndola and Mwansabombwe. Expanded services include dental care, ophthalmology, outpatient and emergency care, intensive care, and surgical admissions. The hospital has also been designated a specialist surgical campsite for Luapula and Machinga provinces. Through air transport and mobile surgical trucks, ZFDS has conducted 6 surgical camps, treating over 2,480 patients and performing 204 procedures in fields such as obstetrics, general surgery, internal medicine, and cataract removal. These camps have been supported by specialists from the University Teaching Hospital and Ndola Teaching Hospital, enhancing local capacity and skills transfer. A newly launched helipad further strengthens emergency response capabilities, while free primary healthcare services have led to a notable decline in maternal deaths and referral rates in the region. This initiative reflects the Ministry of Health's commitment to delivering accessible, efficient, and high-quality healthcare to Zambia's most remote communities. This was contained in a statement made available to the media by the Ministry of Health Communications Unit. Chililabombwe Mayor, His Worship Lucky Sichone, has welcomed the arrival of Japanese investment in Zambia, calling it a transformative opportunity for national development. In an interview with Konkola Radio News, Mayor Sichone emphasized that foreign investments, especially from Japan, are key to creating jobs and expanding Zambia's revenue base. He noted that President Hakainde Hichilema has been proactive in courting global economic powers, including the United States, China, and now Japan. To position Zambia as a competitive investment destination, the mayor expressed confidence that Japan's involvement will accelerate progress in infrastructure, industrial growth, and community development. Mr. Sichone urged local communities to embrace such partnerships, stressing that public support is vital to sustaining investor confidence and unlocking long-term benefits for Zambians.
Parliament has been created in order for investors to come and invest in our country, starting with peace itself, which was lacking previously a couple of years ago. So this gives hope and confidence to the investors that, okay, so it's a peaceful country, we can go and invest in, we can realize back our profits without anyone disturbing our investment. So I wouldn't be surprised that the Japanese are one of those, some of those who are coming also to invest in our country. I know that not long ago, maybe a few, maybe I missed the news, but I think maybe a week ago or so, our area member of parliament, who is Minister of Mines, had traveled to Japan, I think to represent our head of state.
Aspiring Member of Parliament for Kasempa constituency, Mr. Christopher Kamocha, has voiced concern over the prolonged delay in constructing the Kasempa-Mumbwa Road, a key route connecting Kasempa district to the capital, Lusaka. In a phone interview with Konkola Radio News, Mr. Kamocha emphasized the district's rapid development, highlighting the urgent need for economic infrastructure that links Kasempa to other regions. As a well-known businessman, he attributed the lack of progress to what he described as inadequate leadership and underscored the road's potential to unlock new business opportunities for the district once completed.
Because Kasempa has grown, the population, we have a challenge of accommodation in terms of housing and even shops. So, what I'm trying to say is, and now for that development to be pushed further quickly, we need these two roads, Kasempa-Mumbwa and Kasempa-Kaoma. But right now, what we needed was, even if just the Kasempa-Mumbwa road, is just worked on in its state as gravel. If it can be worked on, that it is easy to move from Kasempa to Mumbwa. I think that can help us for the meantime. But
Mr. Kamocha also drew attention to the region's insufficient fuel supply, which he said is hampering local development. With a growing number of newcomers, especially those involved in gold mining, fuel demand is on the rise. He encouraged petroleum firms to invest in Kasempa district and help revitalize the sector, noting that the area is becoming a hub of commercial activity.
Now, our filling station is dry. There's no petrol, there's no diesel. It's an issue whereby when a tanker comes, there are queues, like some of us elderly people, you can't manage to go and refill. Because I would say the number of vehicles in Kasempa, I don't know if I can say it has tripled or doubled. Actually, it's a big challenge. My appeal to the relevant authorities and even the business community out there, the whole country, is that please, there's an opening for filling stations, not a filling station, but for filling stations in Kasempa.
Environmental specialist Ebo Musomali is calling on the government to embed ecotourism principles in the planning and development of tourism infrastructure, urging stronger protection of Zambia's sensitive ecological systems. Speaking to the media, Mr. Musomali emphasized that infrastructure projects must balance development with conservation. He recommended adopting sustainable practices such as solar energy solutions and effective waste management systems to minimize environmental impact. Mr. Musomali further stressed that ecotourism should not be seen as a niche concept, but as a core pillar for Zambia's entire tourism sector, ensuring development does not compromise ecosystems that support biodiversity and attract visitors. This is the news on Sun FM Radio and TV. For now, we take a break.
The Zambia ABSA Marathon is back. Be part of Zambia's biggest and most anticipated marathon. Join us on the 6th of September 2025 for a day of fun, personal milestones, and unforgettable memories. And now with the World Athletics label, you don't want to miss a chance to write your fitness story. Register today at absamarathonzambia.co.za. Get your slot at 600 kwacha or 500 kwacha when you pay using any of your ABSA cards. Your story matters. ABSA.
Zambia under-17 national team captain Jonathan Kalimina has drawn the attention of European scouts at the ongoing Gothia Cup in Gothenburg, Sweden. Kalimina will remain in Sweden for an additional 2 weeks following his team Chiparamba Academy select under-17 exiting the tournament in the round of 16 after a narrow 1-0 defeat to Contelao of Peru. The prestigious youth tournament has attracted scouts from top clubs including Haken Malmo and Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are reportedly monitoring several Zambian prospects. Among those impressing are Ntasilwe Malupande, Caleb Musonda, Chama Chansa, Emmanuel Mbuti, Blessing Sinyangwe, and Victor Simazuo. These rising stars are expected to play pivotal roles in Zambia's upcoming CAF Under-17 AFCON qualifiers in September and the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Qatar this November. FAR's Youth Development Officer Clifford Molenga, the 2007 CAF Young Player of the Year, confirmed that scouts from Wolves and Malmo were impressed by the Zambian talent and plan to continue tracking their development through robust scouting systems. As we leave the headlines once again, Vice President Mutale Nalumango has reaffirmed the government's commitment to partnering with royal establishments to foster rural development and enhance moral values among citizens. The Zambia Police Service has announced major developments in the investigation of the aggravated robbery and murder that occurred on July 17, 2025, around 03 hours at Ruby's filling station in Helen County. Renowned climate-smart agriculture expert Dr. Oliver Kandela Bulaya has raised concern over conflicting statements issued by the Food Reserve Agency, FRA, and the Ministry of Agriculture regarding Zambia's maize export policy. Zambia Under-17 national team captain Jonathan Kalimina has drawn the attention of European scouts at the ongoing Gothia Cup in Gothenburg, Sweden. On behalf of the entire news team, my name is Imelda Chukwati. Stay tuned to Sun FM Radio and TV. God bless.
Sun FM.
The Zambia ABSA Marathon is back. Be part of Zambia's biggest and most anticipated marathon. Join us on the 6th of